The State of Crypto is presented by Tron, connecting the world to the power of cryptocurrency.
Sam Bankman-Fried's attorneys are firing back at prosecutors over the amount of access the FTX founder has to his defense material. Joining us now to discuss is CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also the editor of CoinDesk Must Read Absolutely 100% State of Crypto newsletter. Happy Monday, Nick.
Hey, happy Monday. Good morning.
Thank you. So SBF's lawyers, they want more screen time, right? Is that what's going on here?
Sort of, yeah. So this is the ongoing saga of, after Bankman-Fried's bail was revoked in the middle of August, his attorneys have basically complained that he has not had the ability to access defense materials or work on his defense the way he was able to prior to being put in jail. Big part of this is, of course, the laptop access. They're saying that, being able to access an internet-connected laptop twice a week is insufficient. And moreover, they've been complaining, for a while now that the laptop that he's, the internet-connected laptop is extremely slow, has a very weak internet connection, does not allow him to really, take advantage of any of the resources he's supposed to be able to tap. They're also saying that he doesn't really have as much time as he's supposed to have for the air-gapped laptop. And, besides that, just having hard drives is not really the same as being able to, build a Google Sheet and work on an online database. So they've had, these complaints really since August. They're really demanding that he be temporarily released to work on his defense ahead of trial in less than a month now. So it's the same argument.
So, you go to jail for shoplifting, sometimes in New York, or used to at least. Now it's okay. But you can go to jail for a bunch of things, selling loosies on the street, for instance. Not that I've ever done that with cigarettes, but it takes a long time to go home. How come he wants to go home? He gets to go home, right? Is that going to happen?
Well, it depends on the judge, right? So the issue here is, his bail was revoked, obviously, because he was accused and the judge found that he had tried to tamper with witnesses on multiple occasions. The judge revoked him on public safety grounds, saying that he is a, threat to the community if he is allowed to remain out on bail. So that's kind of like where this whole thing comes from. And, the defense has already appealed that decision. A 3-judge panel is going to take a look at that, but, with a month left, it's not a lot of time for whatever's going to happen. So the question now is, will the judge be persuaded by the defense's arguments, or if he'll go off of the prosecution's arguments that they've bent over backwards to give him unprecedented levels of access, and this is a problem of his own making.
Nick, I want to switch gears quickly here. There are new legal developments in the Ripple SEC battle. It feels like it's an ongoing saga here. What's the latest?
Yeah, so, as we've talked about a couple weeks ago, the judge overseeing the case, Judge Annalisa Torres, ruled that the SEC could try and make a case to appeal the argument to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. So they filed their first brief. Ripple filed its brief on September 1st. The SEC filed its response to the Ripple brief on September 8th, i.e. last Friday, basically saying that, this is a important decision. An appeals court has to take a look at that. A lot of the, legal requirements are met, and, we'll see what happens next. My personal guess is we might see a hearing scheduled to kind of argue this, but either way, the ball is now in Judge Annalisa Torres' court.
All right, Nick, as always, such a pleasure chatting to you and getting the updates on what's going on in this crazy, crazy world. Thanks for joining the show this morning.
Thank you.
That was CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day. And don't forget to sign up for the State of Crypto newsletter on CoinDesk.com.